what is going on in this rural county, Indiana? Give us the update.
So I'm here in beautiful Decatur County. It's cool. They got a tree coming out of the courthouse I can look at right now. So we've got a client who he's adamant that he didn't do what he's charged with, and it's a traffic violation. They allege that he didn't yield to an emergency vehicle, and he's adamant that he did.
So Zach, back up. What is the law in Indiana? You see an emergency vehicle coming at you or the side of the road, just bring us up to speed, assuming the person watching this has no idea.
On the side of the road, you want to pull over if you can. If it's not safe to pull over to the other lane, slow down as much as you can to pass. You're supposed to go 10 miles an hour under the speed limit to pass the officer on the side of the road. As long as you can see that they have flashing lights and everything like that. That's sort of, you're on notice at that point that you need to pull over or slow down.
So that's officers at the side of the road. What if you look in your rearview mirror and you see lights coming at you? What are your obligations?
At that point, if they're not initiating a traffic stop, if they're going to do something else, your job is to get out of their way, or stop and allow them to pass you. But you're not supposed to just keep going and blocking their path. And
so in this particular case, there's not a criminal act involved. Why are we fighting this, man? What's going on?
We love fighting these cases. We'll fight anything. And our client is adamant that he didn't do anything wrong here. And this is important to him, which means it's important to us. So we're going to go in there. We're going to do a trial on it.
I'm so excited. I know when I went to law school, I wasn't like, I can't wait to do traffic defense, but this stuff's important. And, it's the little battles that add up to the big ones. And our client tells us, hey, this is going to affect his future. All those other little things. And so, we talk a lot about trials here, and we love putting our money where our mouth is. And so, Zach, I am so excited. The moment you get done with this trial, you call me back.
Will do.
Good luck, boss.
All right, thank you.
What's the verdict, man?
Not guilty. Dismissed before we even had to present evidence. We got what's called a 41B dismissal on it.
Remind anyone who's watching what a 41B is.
So 41B is when the state doesn't meet really the burden of proof at even a lower standard. Before it even goes before the judge, before we even have to present evidence, as soon as the state closes their case, we can move for a motion that they didn't present enough evidence to sustain any sort of conviction. And that's what we did in this case. And after doing some code cites and some arguments, the judge agreed with us and dismissed the case.
So what was the trick you had up your sleeve, Zach?
So, like we talked about, the two different ways you can get pulled over or failure to yield to an emergency vehicle, they charge our guy into the wrong section. And we caught it. And we tried to work something out with the prosecutor to dismiss ahead of time. And these just aren't cases that they typically offer deferrals on. So we took it to trial, and we waited for the state to present their evidence. And then we moved for the dismissal.
Now, Zach, so some people get mad. Marc Lopez, law firm, you guys are tricky. You guys should have talked to the prosecutor ahead of time. If we had talked to the prosecutor ahead of time, what would they have done?
They would have amended the charging information leading up to it.
It's the same thing you and I did when we were prosecutors.
Exactly.
There's zero incentive to play your cards, and to be like you said before. We were trying to work this out with the prosecutor, and hey, give us something so it's off his record in a few months. Some community service, small fine. They wouldn't play ball. So luckily, this guy found us. And Zach, stellar job, man. I'm super proud of you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Hey, you go talk to that client. Make sure he's happy. You have a great day, buddy.